Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and I'm just hoping you all can hear me okay. There's a lot of buttons Tom deals with, and I am on my own tonight. Tom had a meeting that was out of town, and it was late in the day, and he knew he couldn't get back here, so he got a really long cord and put the console here in front of me, and I am just pushing buttons and hoping for the best. But I am so glad to see all of you here this evening. Tonight, we're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to be playing with our postage grid die, which is part of our Master Layouts 14 die set, and we're going to be playing with the Christmas Begins with Christ stamp set and making a little bit of a silhouette postage card. Now, I know a lot of you got this stamp set and you were excited to get it. I am so excited about it. It was designed for silhouette stamping, so there's all kinds of different things that you can do with it, including using the masked oval stencil, but also these fun postage cards. So that's what I'm going to try to do tonight, and I am so excited that you're all here with me. I want to just say a big shout out to Brianne Loveland. She is our moderator tonight. Brianne, thank you so much for being here. She's going to help because a lot of you ask, where do I find this or where do I find that on the website? So I had a little talk with Brianne, and she is going to be helping us out whenever she can by just dropping links into the chat for those of you that are looking for something and can't find it. So if you can't find something, you can always just maybe start with the word question and then post, where do I find this die set or this stamp set or this ink? And Brianne will do her best to help. So thank you, Brianne, for being here. And I saw my buddy Jennifer McGuire here. She pushes her buttons herself, too, in her lives. I don't do that. She does that. So, Jennifer, kudos. Much respect. All right, well, let's see now. Let's see if we can go to the overhead here. So we are going to be using, I'm zoomed in a little bit too much here. So we are going to be using this stamp and die set tonight. We're going to be using the Christmas Begins with Christ stamp set. And I'm going to be using a lot of these small images. Now, if you're looking for other videos that use this and other postage style cards that use this, make sure you check out Jennifer McGuire's video. She did one, and Mindy Egan did a phenomenal video using this set as well with the Master Layouts 14. Jennifer did one with one of our other Master Layouts set. Jennifer, if you remember which set you used, I think it was the one that you and I had kind of concocted many, many years ago. Was it like Master Layouts 9 or it was our very first postage stamp. So hopefully Jennifer will remember which Master Layout set she used for her card, but it was the 4-up postage stamp set. And she did a beautiful card and a video with that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by getting out. I have 2 of these. I don't know why I have 2. Probably I was showing one on release party night, and then I stole one from from our warehouse thinking I didn't have one. So now I have 2. And I'm going to be using the postage grid die. You can see I never clean out my dies. So let me get a pick and stick tool and just clean these little dots out of here, because that's going to make it harder to cut and harder to poke if the little dots aren't cleaned out of here. So let me just do that real quick. That's my bad. And I'm going to be using some of our layering weight cardstock, layering weight white cardstock, to cut out one of these. Then I'm going to be using the postage grid stencil, and this was designed to fit perfectly. Let's see. When it's turned this way, it's designed to fit perfectly on top of this, so you can stencil some ink in here and kind of create boxes. You can also stamp over these. I saw that Mindy Egan stamped right over these. She put a lot of pressure on there. She's a strong girl, and she did that, and I might try that tonight. But if I'm not 100% sure about it, then I think maybe I'll show you the alternate trick, in case you feel like you're not strong enough to press those silhouette stamps down through a stencil. So we'll do that. I know we miss Tom so much tonight. Tom, if you are watching tonight, if you were able to pull your car over on your way home, if you're watching, I would love you to say hi to everybody because I know everybody misses you. And if he can be here, maybe he could even like put a word of the day in the chat. You never know, right? Because with all these buttons, I don't have a word of the day. That's totally Tom's doing. Is he talking to me? Tom's talking to me? Oh my gosh. I'm glad he's here. Hi, Tom. How are you? So I've lost my my platform already. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I am going to be cutting. I don't know what to really do without Tom. Somebody said, "Oh, don't learn this too well because we want Tom to keep being here." I'm telling you what, there's just way too much stress with all the buttons for me to ever want to do this on my own when I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to start with a quarter sheet of our layering weight white cardstock, and I am going to cut out one of these postage grid dies. And this is from our Master Layouts 14 die set. And I'm using my Intra-Cut to cut this out. Hey, Tom, how are you? The dead space is unbelievably dead tonight, Tom. Unbelievably dead. Very quiet around here tonight without you. Not as fun. It's much more fun when you're here. Okay, so I am going to just poke these little holes out here. I'm using my pick and stick tool for that. I know that there are some tools on the market where you can kind of like scrub these out, but I don't mind doing it this way. It's not too bad, and there's not that many to do. I actually met somebody who told me that they had this die set and that they saved all of these little, look at these, look how tiny these are. They saved them all from all of the cards that they made, and then they used them for like a snow shaker mix. And I thought, wow, that is a lot of little hole punching, but that's kind of cool, isn't it? I mean, that is a person that knows how to save every little scrap, because when you're saving these little dots, that's amazing. Okay, so look at them. Maybe I should start saving them, put them in a little dish and see what happens. I mean, they are kind of cute, you know? I don't know if I can do that. I won't start tonight. There's too many other things on my mind tonight. Okay, and then while I'm here, I think I will cut one of these. So this is a stitched die that measures 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 inches. So this would be the equivalent to the stitched version of Master Layouts 1. Now you can cut this out to work with the postage die to give you a stitched black layer or a stitched colored layer. Let's say you wanted a layer on the back that was in turquoise or something. But you can also use this as a stitched version of our Master Layouts 1 die set. And I don't know, let me see if I can find the Master Layouts 1 in my mess over here. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay, so this is the same exact size, because people always ask me, which of these Master Layouts work together? So Master Layouts 1 is perfect for A2 cards. And this has a plain die that goes inside this larger die, but it's the exact same size as this stitched one. So these two will work together to give you that same combination as Master Layouts 2, but a little bit bigger if you need a little bit more space. So put that in the wrong one, but I am going to actually use the plain die for this. And I'm going to cut a plain layer in black that's going to go on the back of my postage grid. Oh my gosh, she must have peeled all these off too. Look at that. That's all over the place. I'll just put them on the floor. That's what I do with mine. I just put them all over on the floor, and then once a month I drag the vacuum cleaner across the warehouse and down into my studio, and I vacuum everything. So we're going to cut this out so we have a nice little black layer. Now this is where Tom usually helps too, because if you guys have questions, it's going to be hard for me to look up and catch them. But maybe Tom can answer, maybe Jennifer can answer, maybe Brianne can answer. And, you know, if there's anything that I miss and we really need to talk about it, make sure that you come into our Facebook group and you can ask the question in there. And there we have 47,000 members that love to help each other. And if you are new here and you would like to be part of our Facebook group, here it is. It's Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. You can head over to Facebook, put that in the search, and you'll see our private group. And if you want to join, you just have to answer a few questions because it's a private group and we try to keep trolls out. We love crafters. We don't like trolls. So come and join us because we'd love to have you over there. Okay. All right. So for this one, I always make my cards this way, my postage cards, but I think I might try making one in this orientation. I think it would look really cool. And some of these images, let me pull this out here. Some of these images are a little bit bigger. And so maybe if I do it this way, like I could do the 3 wise men and just have them kind of going across these 2 blocks. And then I could have maybe the star up here, or I could put the star up here. I think that would be really cool. And then I could put the manger over here. Or I could even put the manger up here. So let's see how this goes. I think I'm going to use this orientation. All right. Now I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back of this just to tack it down like that. Make sure that it doesn't move around too much. And then I'm going to use the stencil on top to, let's see here. There we go. I'm going to put the stencil right on top, and then I'm going to use some pixie tape to secure that down. And this is called the Postage Grid Stencil. It doesn't come with Master Layouts 14. It's a separate purchase, and we know some of you actually bought this stencil and didn't buy the postage dies, and you just like having the blocks because it is a cool grounding stencil for small stamps and little images that you might want to use. Maybe you're not into the postage, but you like the whole idea of the grid. And then some of you like using the postage completely without the stencil. So either way, it'll work. Okay, so one thing I was thinking of trying is, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. I've seen gorgeous ink blends for this stamp set, but what I was thinking is I was going to try to make each little box have its own sunset. That's a lot, right? Let's see if it works. So I'm going to take some Post-it notes here. And I'm going to just block off the bottom, and we'll start with the bottom, and I'm going to try to make a little sunset on each of these blocks. So it'll kind of fade from my darkest blue down to an orange. So I'm going to turn my my cardstock this way just because I think it's going to be a little easier to handle. And I'm going to be using my inkstand. And Brianne, put your link to your inkstand in the group because I get 5 million requests every time I go live. Where did you get that stand? Where did you get that stand? And, you know, we normally don't link, which, you know, people get frustrated because they want to know. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would appreciate if you would add your link to your inkstand because this is a great tool. It's got these little rubber feet on the bottom that it keeps everything nice and kind of stuck to your table. So when you're using your ink blending brush and you're rubbing over it, your ink pad isn't shifting all over the place. I really love it. I have 3 of them. You know, you can never have enough, but she's got them for all different size pads too, which is really cool. And I did see, Brianne, that you have some that I think are going to work with my Electropop inks, because I think my Electropop inks are the same size as Pink and Main inks. And I saw a demo that Pink and Main was doing, and they had an inkstand. So I'm going to have to get one of those myself. Okay, so I'm going to start with a little bit of Sweet Mango ink here. We're going to add this just to the bottom. Boy, I hope this works. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so there's the bottom of the sunset. And then, yeah, they're really good quality inkstands, aren't they? And then I'm going to use I'm going to try some light orchid. I know the orchids are Jennifer's favorite pinks, I think, of our collection, because she uses them a lot, and I don't use them as much as I should, and I think it's going to be a great pink that's going to blend with the blue to make the perfect purple for a sunset. So I'm going to try the light. Okay, we'll see. And I'm going to come in from the side here and do some of this light orchid. This is a very light color, very pretty color. I'm going to go in one direction, and then I'm going to come back and go in the other direction to try to hit the edges a little bit. So, you know, when you're going in one direction, you get like darkness on one edge, but you don't get it on the other edge. So when you kind of go, you know, you go counterclockwise coming down, and then you turn it and you go clockwise going back the other way, you hit more of the edges that way. So there's my pink in there. Oh, I'm so glad you like the inks. Yay! Okay, now I'm thinking of a little powder blue next. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works. I'm going to just clean this brush because I feel like this brush might even have navy on it, which isn't bad, but I want to just get most of the dark off there so we get a little bit of difference between the... What is Tom saying? All I see is people laughing at Tom, and then I miss the comment, and I can't scroll back to see what he's saying. Okay, so we're going to go with the powder blue here. And then we're going to go back the other way with the powder blue. And bringing that down into the pink. So it's starting to look like a sunset, right? Right? Okay. Oh my gosh. That was my phone, but I was hoping it was Tom telling me what he said. But it wasn't. It was some political text. I don't know why I'm getting political texts. And then I'm going to go with blue denim, and that's going to give me like the darkness up around the top. Now, I've been using our regular size blending brushes, but I'm going to use a small size blending brush for this. Here's a blue one. That was purple. Just because I don't want it to be too far down, because remember, I'm going to be stamping with silhouette stamps, so I don't want the whole thing to be too dark. So I'm going to just kind of come in from the top here and darken this up a little bit. So this is a little different than the other cards that I've seen, which are absolutely gorgeous. You got to go check out those videos that I mentioned with Jennifer and Mindy. But this is a little bit different because instead of doing over the whole stencil, I'm doing blending over each box. So you've got like these little mini ink blends, right? So it's a little different. Okay, so now let's take these off. Now, one thing I have to say, don't use these same Post-it notes going this way, because I had tried that one time on another card, and this blue ran into my orange, and it made like a really grayish color up here. So just take 2 new Post-it notes. Just start fresh. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to cover this up here. Nice little cover up. And I don't know what you said, Tom, but I'm still getting notifications that people are still laughing. All right, now we're going to go back to that same color palette that we did before. We're going to start with the Sweet Mango. And we're going to work our way up again. And if you only have ink cubes, I did see somebody say I only have ink cubes and I'm scared of ink blending. Let me just show you, if you have like an ink cube, instead of, Brienne makes ink stands for her ink cubes and they're great. I have one. I think I took it home. Oh, no. Here it is. Here's one that I have where your ink cubes can fit right in the inkstand. But what I do with ink blending for my ink cubes, another way to apply the ink, instead of rubbing your brush over the ink, it's great when you're using the detail brushes, but with the bigger brush, you can actually take the ink cube and rub it over your brush that way. You'll get a little more ink on your brush a little more quickly, and you'll get it kind of around the dome of the brush, because with the smaller cubes, there's just a smaller amount of surface space there. So give that a try and see if that works for you. Okay, so here we go. We're doing our second layer of sunsets. Go the other way. Get a little bit in those corners. Tom, I hope wherever you pulled over, you're safe. Hope it's a rest stop somewhere. Okay. All right, so I think that's going to be good. I'm going to just do a little peek under here. Yep, I think that's going to be about the same amount of orange. And now we're going to go back to that orchid again. We're going to use the light orchid. And it is great to see everybody here. Thank you all so much for supporting me tonight and coming in and cheering me on while I'm doing the buttons. Right now I don't have to do any buttons, so I'm totally chill, but I know it's coming. Okay, and now we're going to go into the side here again and right across. More pink in there. Now another color that would work if you want it to be a little bit deeper pink, you can use the medium orchid. That might give you a little more brightness in here. And you can also, go with bubblegum, or you can go with passionate pink if you really want a bright pink in there. But I think that's going to look pretty good. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to switch to the powder blue. I am going to clean my blending brush again. I don't think I used any blue. No, I think I used blue denim with the small brush, so we should be good. All right, powder blue. And we're going to come down from the top again with the powder blue. That's the other thing. You get like a free woodpecker with every inkstand. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I take that down into that pink a little bit. That just makes a nice purple. And it's okay if you get it into the orange. Don't worry about it. It's going to look great. It's very hard to not get a good ink blend with our ink because we have a smoothing agent in our ink that really helps it smooth out once it completely dries. And you may not even think that something that you do looks good. I've actually looked at some of the stuff that I've done and gone, ugh, I don't like that at all, and kind of tossed it aside, started over, and then came back later and looked at that little sample piece that I did, and it was all smoothed out. So, don't get too frustrated. Just give it a try. Make sure you have a good smooth cardstock. And like our layering weight white is a great smooth cardstock to use. And then I'm going to use the blue denim again along the top, just kind of around the edges a little bit to kind of bring in that feeling of kind of night coming in. It's kind of fun to ink blend a separate blend on each box. All right. Okay, let's see. if that looks similar to these down here. Yeah, I think that does, right? Okay, well, I think we got it here. Different. Just something different. It's always fun to try something new. Even if it's not like the ultimate, you end up looking at it and going, it's a little busy, or oh, I don't know that I needed to do that. But it's always fun to give it a try and see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to peel this off and see what the whole thing looks like. Okay, that's kind of cool, huh? Kind of cool. It really creates separation on each of those boxes. All right, I'm going to clean this before I put my hand in it in the wrong place, and I'm going to use a little bit of rubbing alcohol to do that, just to get this off of my table and out of the way. Got my pixie tape stuck to that. Now, I like to use alcohol to clean my stencils because it does dry really quickly. And especially if you're like using this right away again on another image. It happens more with like layering stencils and coloring stencils, but it's great that it just dries right away, because if you put water down on your ink, it kind of becomes a mess, because these inks are water reactive. So we want to be careful not to do that. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do here is I am going to, let's see, I'm going to wiggle this off gently. I really put a lot of tape on there, but that's okay. I'm going to place this. I'm going to put even more tape on here because I really want this to stick. And I'm going to put this down here because I am going to use some Masking Magic strips. Now I'm going to use 1/4 inch Masking Magic strips. This is my alternate plan to trying to stamp through the thickness of a stencil. Now Mindy has in her video, she actually, stamps right through the stencil with no problem at all. But some of us don't have as much pressure power. So these little Masking Magic strips, these 1/4 inch ones, they come in 3 different sizes. They come in a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and an 1/8 of an inch, all in the same pack. So you get some of each. And I use them all. I use my 1/2 inch ones a lot for tacking down dies. I use the 1/4 inch ones a lot for techniques like this, and the 1/8 inch ones I use a lot for like striping and plaid making and things like that. So you'll use them all and you'll want them all. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just fit these right in to the open lines, the white space. These open lines are exactly 1/4 of an inch, so it's perfect, and this is going to allow us to stamp on a very, very flat surface. All right, so I'm going to just put this right here. And you can kind of see that you're in the right spot. And don't worry, it doesn't have to have a nice crisp edge at the top. So you don't have to cut this with scissors. It's just easy to tear. All right. Tom just took his wedding ring off. Oh, is that what you guys are laughing about? My wedding ring? Tom's gone, no wedding ring? Okay, so Tom and I are still married, but I looked down the other day and a whole prong was missing off my ring. I don't know how my diamond didn't fall out of my ring. I was horrified that I was walking around like that. So the ring has to be taken to the jeweler, and I haven't gotten there yet. And this morning, and so I have an old ring, like it's like just a little band, and I've been wearing that. And this morning I woke up and took it off so I could put lotion on and forgot to put it back on. And I texted Tom earlier and I said, okay, they're not going to know what happened. First, you're not here, and then second, I don't have my wedding ring on. It's going to be bad. So I promise you we're still married. Tom, did you take your wedding ring off though, really? Do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? I miss mine. Every time, like, I feel like, ugh, I keep panicking, like, oh my God, I lost it. And then I remember. That's very funny. All right. I'll use this one. And then I'm just going around the edges here. Now, obviously this is bigger around the edges than this little spot, but I'm just going right up to the edge of my ink, just to protect the outside. Okay, so now I've blocked all of those spaces off, and now we can start doing some silhouette stamping. So I am going to try doing the 3 wise men right in here. Now, this guy's going to get cut off a little bit, but that's okay. You know, that I feel naked without mine too, Jen. I hear you. But I think that's going to be okay. We could also do these at the top, and we could also do it over here. I think we should do it down here. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to matter. I think the difference is, do we want like a single guy over on this block and kind of 1.5 here, or do we want this guy just mostly by himself and then get these 2 guys here? Maybe that would look a little bit better. Why don't we do that? I think that might look a little bit better. Okay, we'll do that. So I'm going to do these one at a time, because I just, you know, I don't feel like I want to stamp an entire thing all at once. It's a lot of black ink to get control of. And okay, so there we go. And again, just to make sure nothing moves, I'm even going to put some pixie tape here, because I'm not using my magnet. I'm not using anything, so I'm just going to make sure everything stays in place. Okay, so I'm going to use the Gina K Designs Black Onyx ink here. This is going to give me, you know, the fastest drying ability. Our amalgam ink is great for watercoloring and also for marker techniques and pencil techniques, but if you're just doing stamping and you're doing a lot of black ink, it is nice to have something that dries super fast, and this black onyx does dry really quickly. Okay, so let's do the first layer. And I'm going to stamp it again. Okay. Might stamp it one more time just to get it a little closer in the side there, although it's not going to matter that much, but you know, I'll just give it a little pressure there with my thumbs. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to clean this stamp, and let's do the star. I feel like the star would be good in one of the smaller boxes, but I think maybe we want the star where the 3 wise men are looking at it. I think that will be good. Let's put the star here. And then, I know, we'll put the star here and we'll put the manger down here, because the star was like right over the manger, right? So that should work. That should work. Okay. Just thinking it out loud with you guys, and I appreciate you working through it with me. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? All right. And remember, you know, these are supposed to appear to be like postage stamps. So they really don't have to make a scene. So if something feels a little out of place or it's in a weird spot, it's not a big deal. I think what would be cool is to have the palm trees over here, and then to have maybe an angel up here and another angel down here so that they're kind of like crossing a little bit. And then we'll do the manger over here. And then I'm going to do a complete standalone greeting. I'm going to use something from our last kit, the holiday floral. I think I'm going to use one of those greetings. Okay, so let's do this. I haven't really stamped this one yet, but I think it's going to look cool. And again, it's okay if things get cut off. The whole purpose of you know, masking all of this off is that some of these silhouette parts are going to get cut off, but they're going to look good. Okay. We'll stamp that. We'll stamp it again. I was making a card with this set. You know, my brain. I was making a card with this set, and I got all done, and I thought, oh, you know what would look really great? Snow. It's Christmas, right? Gotta have snow. And then I put snow all over it, and then I thought, they're in the desert. It doesn't snow in the desert. There is a palm tree. What are you doing with snow? Ding dong. So then I just called it splatter, but it was definitely snow. Okay, so now we'll have an angel here. I do love these little guys, though. You know, these little animals. But I feel like we need more in here. So let's... I haven't used the angels yet either. So I'm just rubbing over the surface to kind of prep them a little bit. So if we do one here like this, up high, and let's just make sure they're going to look good the way, I know, no snow in Bethlehem, right? Well, you know, I had two different brain things going at the same time. I had Christmas with snow. Yeah, I think that's going to look kind of cool. Let's do that. We'll have the angels like that. Because remember, we're going to add some postal elements in here too. So, yes, it could have been stars. Thank you. It could have been stars in the sky. There were a lot of stars, though. And some of them were shaped like snowflakes. So, oh well. You win some, you lose some, right? It's all about having fun. And then sometimes you have a good story to tell, too, right? Okay. Oh, this is going to be cool. All right. Get that. Press down there. Right now they're all muddy together, but once we take the masking magic off, it's going to be great. Oh yeah, global warming in the desert. There you go. Weird weather patterns, right? Okay. Looking good? I think it's looking good. Okay. It does snow in the desert? I did not know that. I did not know that. When I think of the word desert, I think that I need a glass of water. I remember Tom and I many, many years ago were traveling from Las Vegas to California. And we had to cross the desert. And my mom was so upset. She was so worried. And she was like, Gina, you need to pack bottles of water with you when you cross the desert. You got to pack a lot of water with you. So Tom and I packed all kinds of water and everything in the car. And we're driving across, and there's McDonald's and rest stops and everything. Mom, when did you go? What was Lincoln like? All right, so I'm gonna just move this up a little bit. It's gonna cut off the top, but that's okay. I just need to have room for Mary and Jesus and Joseph in there, so I want to make sure I have enough. Okay, so I think that should work. I'm gonna go up just a hair higher. Okay. Does that look even side to side? I think it does. It's going to be better than horrible. Okay. I do remember it snowed in Phoenix one time. I remember hearing that and thinking, what is happening? Yes, Donna, you're right. My mom was right. And I felt safer having the water because, I mean, there are stretches where there isn't anything. But it was kind of funny, you know, it seemed like every mile or so there was like a rest stop or a McDonald's, some kind of fast food or something. And I was thinking, I was really expecting like nothing for like ever. But my mom was a big band singer, and she had worked out in California, and she drove, and back then there was nothing. I mean, you know, you really had to have all the provisions because there was nothing. Okay, I think that looks good. We've got our manger. And now we're going to put Jesus, Mary, and Joseph right inside that manger. You know how like you I don't know, I mean, you know, for women like me who are a little bit postmenopausal, I don't know, my brain never came back after that process, and I forget things. I just forget words now and then. Just completely forget words. And it was release party night, and I was trying to think of the word manger, and I couldn't think of it, and I was like, I called it the little wooden building. Oh my goodness. I'm like, what's this called again, Tom? What is it called again? The little wooden building? The manger. Okay. So here we go. We're going to put them in there. You just do the best you can. You improvise. Okay. Oh, this is looking good. I'm liking it. I didn't know if this was going to work out, but I think it's good. I think it's going to be good. Okay. So now we've got all our little elements, our silhouette elements stamped in here. And we've got all our little sunsets in each box. Now, look at me. I'm going to wash my fingers off here with a little bit of alcohol before I proceed, because I guarantee you I will do something wrong with to this card. The nice thing about Masking Magic, too, is it really doesn't bleed through. So you can stamp things like black ink with it, and I don't know where I got green, probably from my tidy towel. It's getting close to that time where I have to start washing the tidy towels again. So I think most of this is probably going to come off with my pixie tape, and that's okay. Just pull this all off here. Still have a couple pieces left. Oh, it's looking good though. There we go. See, isn't that cool when you pull everything off? It's just, it looks so much better when you pull it off, doesn't it? I love that. That's so nice. Now, I don't think I have any Christmas greetings here, but I'm going to have to make one. Although I do have some of these that I did, you know, from using the All at Once. And we could put something as small as that in here. Let me see what else we have. I don't know what else was in there. And I don't want it to be like, you know, holly jolly. I want it to be, you know, Christian. I want it to be a more religious sentiment, or at least to say Merry Christmas. So if I don't have, yeah, I don't have one of those. I have Christmas wishes, which isn't bad. Peace, love, and joy. Peace, joy, love is a little bit more. Christmas wishes would be really cute in there. And it does say Christmas. So that could work. What do you guys think of that? And then I can start decorating the... this is from the All at Once Holiday Sentiments. Is that what that's called, Brianne? Brianne, do you know all the stamp set names that I don't know? I might have it in here. Let me just look. Here it is. It's called All at Once Holiday Season. So what I did with these was I just stamped them on black cardstock. You stamp this all at once, just one big stamping. And then you cut it out with this die plate. This is the all-at-once die plate. And so you just cut all the greetings out at the same time. And so I did a bunch of white ones and a bunch of black ones that I embossed in white. And I think that would look really good because I feel like it doesn't like take away from all of the details in there. If I put a big Christmas greeting on there, it would block a lot of stuff. And I really want to keep that delicate nature. So I think I will use that. Now, we're going to stamp some little postage things in here. And the set that I want to use for that is this one. This is called Christmas Cheer. And I think I want to use Peace, Love, Joy, because I feel like that would work in here. And also Peace on Earth and Christmas Wishes. So any of those. Obviously, I'm not going to use Naughty or Nice. I'm not going to use Feeling Frosty. But this has some in here that will work really nicely with this set. And I think I'm going to be brave and I'm going to stamp with an acrylic block. Now, this is where it could all go off the rails and I'll just hit the big red button and we'll be done. But let's see. Peace on Earth. We have to use that. Peace on Earth. So let's put that down here where the angels are. Now with these little strip sentiments, I like to just lay them down and then pick them up with the acrylic block. Because when you like try to put them on the block, sometimes you twist them a little bit and they're not going to be perfectly straight. So this block, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a grid. You see the grid in there? You might be able to see it better on black. See the grid? So you can like make sure that you line it up in the grid. All right. So I'm going to put Peace on Earth. I could put it up here. Let's put it up here. I think that would be a good place for it, up there. The angels would work too, but I think Christmas Wishes might work better there because it's not quite as much space. Now, I'm brave, but not this brave. So I am going to take a little piece of white cardstock and just stamp it first to make sure that it stamps well. You know, I have it inked up well. Okay, I think that's going to be good. So here we go. Everybody hold their breath. All right, look straight. I'm not going to think about it too much. There we go. Okay, we did it. Peace on Earth. That's one. And then, I don't know what that is. There must have been something on the cardstock there that caught ink because that is not, that usually doesn't happen. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Maybe we can cover that with Christmas Wishes. I think we can. And Christmas Wishes is okay to say because that is the right thing. All right. Now we could put Christmas Wishes down here, but I might put like just some postage down there. Let's see if that helps hide that mark. Christmas Wishes. Is it going to hide it? Maybe a little. Might make it look blurred. All right, we'll give it a shot. I could put some splatters around the star. You're right, I could. Like some little tiny stars around the star. Not comfortable with this yet. All right, that looks good. Here we go. Okay, not bad. Kind of looks like I smeared, but I did not smear because that is just part of the something in the cardstock there. I'll show you up close. And then I'm just going to edit that in the picture so that if you guys save pictures, you'll have a good edit and it won't look like that. That's easy for me to edit out. Can't edit it in real life, but I can edit it out of the photo, so at least it'll look nice. Okay, so for down here, let's see. Would Peace, Love, Joy fit there? I don't think Peace, Love, Joy would fit there. So I'm going to use some of the little, I want to use these here. So do you guys remember this set? This is from Spring Friends. And it's got like Forever, First Class, and then it's got like 10 cents, 50 cents, 5 cents. We also have another stamp set that would really work. This is Spring Friends, but this one is Postcards and More. And we could actually put this right in here because that would look like a cancellation stamp. And that might take in a little bit of that space. But I don't even know if we need it. So let's add some of these. Let's go with this one here. Let's do a 50-cent one. Leave it for now. Okay, I'll leave it for now. We'll do 50 cents. This one's sticky. And I don't care too much if it's straight. I think I can see it, but I am going to stamp it beforehand. That looks good. Okay. So let's put this one up here. So these are going to look more like real postage stamps. That's the most expensive one I have on this set, so 50 cents. We can do 10 cents down here. Let's do that. This I can move with my fingers. I do like making this look like real postage, though. It's kind of cool. There we go. 10 cents down there. And then I feel like I want to put something like down here. Maybe I'll use the Postage and More. Oh, priority. You know, that'd be very telling. I mean, that'd be very like making Christ a priority and putting a priority stamp. Kind of like that theme a little bit. Let's see, I've got 30 cents here. That's good. That'll work. I'm going to put this one down here in this corner. Does Tom have a word of the day? I saw somebody asking for a word of the day. And I'm just adding these as I go. I'll add 2 cents. Add my 2 cents here. Nobody's in the dead space. Chuck, nobody. I got nobody in the dead space tonight. Tom's on his way, but he's not going to be here in time. He'll just be here in time to walk out with me, but he's never going to get here in time to be in the live tonight. Okay. So, Tom, if you're there, do a word of the day. And we're going to add 5 cents. Oh my gosh. Is he doing a word of the day? I see it. Okay, Tom, you and Brienne are both moderators, so after you do your word of the day, pin it to the top, because I think that everybody's going to want to see it. And I have to go back later and see it, so I want to see it pinned. Okay, so I think I've got all my postage on here. Oh, they're all laughing and I missed it. I will see it. It's going to jump. It's going to get pinned. I know it. Okay, so I don't want to lose any stamps, but I'm going to clean this up. And now we are going to add this onto our black layer, and then we're going to figure out a card base. So let's gently peel this off of here. I'm going to just wiggle it a little bit. Watch me rip the stamps right off. Then Mindy, I'm going to have to use your layout from your video if I peel the stamps. Okay. So I'm going to go around the perimeter here with some tape. And that's too big. I don't need one this big. I know what I need. I need one that's the size of Master Layouts 2. That other big one in the set will give me the stitched version, but it'll give me a big layer, and I don't know that I want a big layer for this. So let's see. I'm just trimming this down to the size of Master Layouts 2. Yep, there we go. So you can use the Master Layouts 2 die set for this background panel, or you can use your paper cutter and you can cut it down to, so this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So the black layer is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. But isn't that so pretty with the black layer, and then how it accents all the silhouette stamps? Oh, and then all the little sunsets in each block. I'm really liking this card so far. Okay, so now we're going to pick a card-based color, and I'm getting the feeling that white might be... No, Tom's not far away from me, but he's pulled over so that he could be in the live, so he wouldn't drive and do that at the same time. But he's not far away. He'll be here soon to take me home. Okay. And now I'm going to take this white piece. I feel like I just don't want to lose all this color. Any color I put behind here is going to take away from those sunset blocks. So I'm going to use a white card base for this. And I think you'll agree once you see it that it really makes everything pop. All right. So I'm going to score this at 4 1/4 inches. There we go. And then I think we did a good job picking the greeting, because I think that's going to be just the perfect greeting. Anything bigger, I think for this particular layout, I just think it would be too much. But that makes it just look cool and modern too, doesn't it? And then we're going to overlap that onto the star, I think, like that. We could do it there, or we could put it right along the line. But I feel like I don't want to cover up, you know, the edges of that. So I think this is going to work. We could even cover this. We don't need that 30 cents. Let's do that. We don't need the 30 cents. That was an idea, but easily covered up if you don't like it, right? I'm going to use some of the 1/4 inch foam squares, and I'm just going to trim them in half because I really don't need that big of a foam square. And we'll go ahead and hey, Tom, will you do me a favor? Will you choose the gift card winner? I know you do that with your phone by like spinning all the comments or something. Can you possibly choose a winner? And we don't have a timpani tonight, but, well, we might. I think there's a timpani on here, but I don't know which one it is. And maybe you can announce the winner in the comments. All right, and we're just going to move it over a little bit like that. We'll just cover that up. Still get a little bit of the orange sticking out of the bottom of that sunset. There we go. Now, I don't feel like this needs anything else. Like, normally I'm all about bling, and I'd want to put bling. I mean, if you were going to put bling anywhere, you might want to add a few little sequins. We can look at it. We could just look at it. A few little micro disco ball sequins around that star. But I don't know where else you'd want to put them. Maybe just a little bit, like we could accent like the points of the star. Let's do it. We'll do it. Just a tiny bit. Tiny, tiny bit. All right. We'll do a couple little accents here. The tiniest micro disco ball sequins will do. We'll just add 5 and see how that looks first. Give it a second to dry. Okay. It will be pretty just to have a little glitter in here. Tiny bit. A little bit of sparkle. I feel like we need a little more, maybe. We'll put one. Kind of like them on the points, but I also feel like maybe a couple other ones just like strewn about. You know, you have to kind of look at stuff first to see what you think. Let's just see how this looks. All of a sudden there'll be 10,000 sequins on here. Can't go wrong with a little bling. And these are pretty tiny. Okay. Got a little bit of bling there. Maybe we'll put one more over here. I'd like to put one over the spot up there. I feel like there should be one in here. Like the tiniest one I can find. This is pretty tiny. Okay, I think that's good. That just adds some bling around the star. It's kind of nice. And there we go. All right, well, there is the finished card. And I will take some high quality pictures of this, and I will be sharing it both in our Facebook group and here on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, on the community tab. So, in the center of the star too. Yeah, it would probably look good in the center of the star. I mean, there's no reason to rush out of here. What do you think? Should we put one in the center? Yeah, let's put one in the center. Right, here's my other glue. Put a tiny dot right there. And if you didn't want to do bling like this, you could always use something like a, well, you could use loose glitter, which can at times be a nightmare, but you could also do something like a, one of those little glitter gel pens. We have those in our store somewhere. That's always a good thing. I kind of like that too. That does really make it stand out. Okay. All right. So Tom, are you ready to pick a winner? Did he say yes that he would do that? I hope he said yes that he would do that. All right, Tom. Let's pick a winner. I don't have a... Do I have a timpani sound? All right, let's try this. I'll see if this works. All right, ready? Drum roll, please. Did that work? Did that work? I don't know. I can't hear anything. Okay. Let's see what he comes up with. I'm just looking for his little moderator. Maybe he left. Maybe he went to the bathroom. I don't know. It worked? Okay, good. Everybody's saying it worked. All right, well, while we're waiting for Tom to pick the winner, and if he doesn't pick the winner, I'll go back through the comments and I will add a winner to the description. But hopefully he's hearing me. I'm just staring at the comments. That's why I'm not even looking into the camera to see if he comes in. Okay, well, if he doesn't pick a winner, I will pick a winner a little bit later. I will put it in the description on YouTube, so you can always go back if you missed it or if the comment goes by and I don't see it. Whoever that winner is going to be listed in the description on YouTube, so make sure you go back and check that out. Okay, so if you are new to Gina K Designs and you see anything you like here, oh, we did pick a winner. It's Lisa LaFord. Lisa LaFord. Oh, yay. Yay, Lisa LaFord. Congratulations, Lisa. Okay, Lisa, all you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we will get that gift card out to you. Thank you, Tom, for doing that, and congratulations, Lisa. So, if you, let's see here, what do I have? Okay, so if you are new, make sure that you check out our Facebook group. Once again, it's Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. You can go over there and join 47,000 other Gina K Designs friends who would love to see your Gina K Designs projects. And there's lots of inspiration over there that you can get. And also, if you see anything you like here, you can find it on our website. I know Brianne's been linking the individual products, but if you'd like to take a look at the website, the whole thing, it's ginakdesigns.com, and you will be able to find everything that I used tonight. And if something's out of stock, make sure you click the Notify Me button because we'll send you an email when it comes back in stock. And then if you liked tonight's video, and I sure hope you have, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another video. All right. That's it. I think we did it. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for being here tonight. And Tom, we missed you so much. This was a little bit stressful, and I don't want to have to do it again by myself, but with your help and encouragement, everybody, I think we made it through. Everybody, now listen, Tom and I are also not going to be in the studio on Thursday, but I have a premiere style video coming up for you that uses the new Love and Light set. And that is the Hanukkah set. But I made 2 cards in this video. First, I made a Hanukkah card, and then I showed you how to convert it to make a Christmas card. So if you're looking for a nice Hanukkah set to send to your friends who celebrate, but you also want to be able to use it for Christmas cards or any other kind of card, I think you're going to really like the tips and tricks that I have in this video coming up on Thursday. Then we have a special guest video coming a little bit later in the week with Mindy Egan. She is going to be a guest video artist on my channel this weekend. So make sure you tune in for that. That's why I want you to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these things, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then Tom and I will be back in the studio together once again. Tom will be back in the dead space with his word of the day. And that will be on Tuesday night. So we hope you will join us for that. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.